Hello, hello. Welcome to the Magical Moms podcast. We are in our 4th episode of our holiday series, which of course is our Q&A episode where we get questions from listeners and our Patreon fam, and we are going to answer them. And I'm so excited because I love talking about Disneyland and the holidays. We're going to have so much fun.
Yes, we are. And we also, go ahead.
We also, no, you can say it too. We also have a very special guest, super, super special. He is the reason for the season. He is the reason why we have this podcast. Also, he is our producer, Danny Jordan, who is our cheermeister of this episode.
Cheermeister. Yes. We're going to get to hear from him. We're going to get to hear about his love for the holidays, his favorites in the parks, all kinds of fun things. We're excited to hear from him. But before we get into that, if you would please follow us on all the socials. We are at Magical Moms Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. We share lots of information there, give you updates on episodes when they come out. And if you want to watch the episodes, if you want to see Bridget and I, you can go to youtube.com/Disney content.
Yes. Well, let's get right into it.
Welcome, Danny. Welcome to our podcast. Even though you're here with us every time, we appreciate you having you on this time.
Yes.
So we want to get to know you a little bit. Why don't you share with the listeners, why are you Mr. Christmas?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I've been called the reason for the season, Mr. Christmas. Oh my gosh. You guys are just inflating my ego here today. I don't know if I'm officially Mr. Christmas. I love the holiday season so much. You know, one of my best buddies and I, Eric Peterson, who people may know from playing Shrek on Broadway and the lead in School of Rock on Broadway. And he was also on a big show with Annie Murphy on AMC recently. We bonded over our love for the holidays. And a few years ago, on a Facebook thread, he had posted 100 days till Christmas. And my wife, commented, she's like, oh my gosh, you sound like Danny, and tagged me in. And I was like, hey, we're crazy for Christmas. That sounds like a podcast. And he was like, call me tomorrow. And
I love that.
I called him the next day and we came up with this idea for a Christmas podcast called Christmas Countdown, where we do these top 10 lists all about the holiday season, from music to movies to foods, anything we can do a list about. And we thought our wives and our moms will listen, and this will be our pandemic project this holiday season, and then we'll move on. 3-4 weeks into the show, something happened and the show just exploded, and we became the #1 Christmas podcast in the world, and we've been downloaded in 183 countries now.
Wow.
We've been so fortunate to have Pentatonics on the show, and Darlene Love, and all these Hallmark Channel stars. We were flown down to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to host their first ever holiday special with Howie Mandel a couple years ago, and it's been this beautiful thing where I think Eric and I just wanted to geek out about the holidays, and somehow it found its way into the world, and we've built this massively merry community, as we call it. And we cry, we laugh, we reminisce. Our children have grown up on the show. My daughter Riley was just born when we started season 1, and now she's 4 years old. And so it's really become this living, breathing timeline of our lives and our love for the holiday season. And it's great. And it's reconnected me, I think, in a lot of ways with why the holiday season means so much to me. So I just love it. I love the lights. I love the music. I love the movies. I love the nostalgia. I'm a huge traditions junkie. So anything that provides an opportunity for me to start a tradition with those I love, I'm all for it. And the holidays are great for that. So anyway, I love Christmas as the moral of the story. And that's why they call me Jingle Bell Jordan, folks. I don't know who they are, but
Jingle Bell Jordan. I absolutely that. I love that. And I think that we all kind of have a Christmas name. And so Lindsay, I was thinking that something that you could use for you would be Wintry Lindsay.
Wintry Lindsay. Well, I feel like I need an L though. It's got to be
it needs
Jingle
to be an
Bell.
alliteration. I got one.
Okay.
Fa la la Lindsay.
Okay, you got the la la's in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can be
you could be Bridget Bakes. No, that's one. I could come up with better than that.
We're going to think about that
Bells.
one.
No,
Bells.
Balsam Bridget.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right?
It's
Or
okay,
Bobble.
okay.
How about
Keep a
Bobble?
straight face, Bridget. Keep a
Why?
straight
Why are you
face.
laughing so hard? Is there a balsam story you need to share with everyone?
It just sounds not. It doesn't
not Christmassy.
It
to
doesn't
Bridget.
sound clean. Okay. It sounds interesting.
I see where you're going with this. What about Bobble Bridget?
This is a family podcast, Bridget.
Yeah, this is a family podcast.
You don't like Bobble Bridget either?
No.
Bridget Bobbles? What's your last name starts with a W. You could be Wintry Waldman.
No, that doesn't work either. No, none of that sounds fun. No.
So many
we'll
critiques.
come up with something.
Yeah, I just changed my name completely.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to text you after we're all done here, and I'm going to give you the most massively merry name
outrageous
you've ever
name
had in your life. Yeah.
We'll put it on Instagram stories.
Hundo PM.
Or anyone, if you have any good ideas, send them our way because we don't have them.
Yeah, if they're listening on Spotify,
Danny.
they can comment in real time and they can post it like what they think your nickname should be.
My nickname should be.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I love
Think
it.
about that.
I love it.
Danny, I have a question for you. So I know, obviously you're Mr. Christmas, you're the holiday guy. This episode, we are talking about obviously holidays at Disneyland. Now, the cool thing is you have a very unique tie to Disney, your history, like Disney with his Disney history.
True.
If you could share that, because I feel like that's really going to resonate with people and like be this really cool like tie-in with the two podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, Grandpa Walt is one of my. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Grandpa Walt.
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh!
I've been
drops
hiding
that
this
bomb
one
on the podcast.
It's actually I changed my last name from Disney to Jordan. My real name is Danny Disney. No, I grew up going to the parks. My dad for many years was a Dapper Dan of Disneyland. And so,
So cool.
I actually spent Christmas one year at Disneyland because my dad was working on on Christmas Day. Did I say that in the right order? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I spent Christmas Day at Disneyland one year because my dad was working. And so I like remember very specifically like going to the parks and like I got because Tramp was like one of my favorite Disney characters at that time. And so like they actually had like a Tramp, like decent sized stuffed animal. That I got, and I have like, a picture like holding it next to the tree on Main Street. And my dad actually, I don't know if our listeners are old enough to remember this, but years ago, Disney did like a straight to VHS tape that was like all about these songs that were sung around the Disneyland Resort at the holidays. And you can actually watch it on YouTube. And they had the Dapper Dans dressed up like firefighters, and they're singing like old fashioned Christmas while they're like shining the fire engine out there over on Main Street. And my dad is one of the firefighters singing in it. So if you happen to look it up on YouTube.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
We need to
you'll
share
see
that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really
really,
cool.
really neat. It's a great song as well. And so, yeah, I mean, Disney has just been a huge part of my life, my upbringing. I really think that going to the parks, watching Disney movies really informed a lot of who I've become as a storyteller, now as a TV producer, and just always believing that your dreams can come true if you like work hard enough and you visualize enough. I think that really seeded itself in me as a young child and has now manifested in what I do, as a TV producer, as a children's book author, that I really just want to spread that message of joy and hope into the world. And I think that's, how Disney affected me for sure.
Wow, I love that.
That's so beautiful, Danny. So
That is really,
beautiful.
really awesome.
Are you, will you be going to the parks this season for the holidays?
I was
Or not
wondering
sure?
that this morning. I have to admit, we were talking about this before we started recording. I've had this huge FOMO because, you guys have been there so much.
Yes.
And you're like posting these beautiful photos and videos, and, Magical Millennial's been there, and Beastly Appetite, and our friend Nikki and Ann, like all these people that I know are like there every day. And I'm like, when am I going? I do still have one day left. I had bought like the Park Hopper thing through
Yes.
Costco, and I think it expires. I don't know. I actually need to look
It's
that
like
up.
December 19th or 20th because we have it too for
Wow.
my husband. Yeah.
Okay. So I have one day left. And so I'm definitely going to use it. I'm just hoping maybe I can, call in a favor with a friend of mine. Because once my youngest Riley turned 3, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do like 4 magic keys. Like, it's expensive.
It's
and
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
and when you
crazy.
do the SoCal one, they can only go on weekdays, and my kids are in school 5 days a week. So I was like, am I just going to buy a pass for them not to be able to go? So,
Yeah.
so I'll probably look to see if I can get, our friend TJ over at the Courtyard to maybe hook me up and sign me in. So,
Fingers crossed.
so I'm putting it out to the universe. I will be there this holiday season with the Snope and all of my favorite things that happen.
Snope.
there.
Yes. Okay. Well, you'll have to let us know when you go. Maybe we can see you because Lindsay and I are there like every day.
What?
We have been there.
You're
Wow.
kidding.
Pretty dang close.
No.
Like we have been there so much that, because at the start of the holiday season, we're super busy and we've been there. Definitely no complaints here whatsoever. But, but it's funny because my kids have been like, where have you been? And I'm like,
Just hanging out at Disney. I got to give it up to you guys though. And maybe you're not getting enough love for this. Maybe you are, but I just want to shout you out. The weather here, I know people who are outside of California are like, oh, suck it up, Californians. But this like atmospheric river that happened, that's what they're calling it, folks. It's an atmospheric river.
Yeah.
We got like 7 inches of rain in a matter of like a day or two. And that was like coincided with when the holidays started at Disneyland. And I got to give it up for you guys, because not only were you there, but like you were in this like most like dapper, fancy holiday garb, walking, the streets and trying all the food. And I was just like, shout out to you guys for being there and braving the elements to bring the people the merry content.
We did brave it on Friday. Yes.
You guys, I appreciated it. And I just want to give you guys your flowers, as they say. Yeah.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like Lindsay and I, we were definitely like going back and forth. We were like, gosh, like sweatpants, and a baseball hat be really great right now.
We're like, no way.
We got to stick to our tradition. We get all dolled up. And it was funny because we did have a couple of people that listen to the podcast and that follow us, come up to us, and they're like, we love your outfits. Like it's so, it's so festive. And I think that that's great, bringing a little bit of joy. So, but yeah, we had so much fun. We definitely do. Lindsay and I love a good old opening day.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
You crushed it. I think we were there on, was it the 70th? What day were the 70th birthday? We were all there together, which was super fun. That was our one like in-person show that we got to do together at the parks. And if people haven't listened to it, they got to go back, because it's like hearing like the honking of like, the double-decker bus like going by and like the hubbub of the crowd. It just really breathes a lot of fun, magical life into the show. So if people haven't listened to that, they definitely should.
Definitely should. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Should we dive right in? We got a lot of questions from the listeners here. So
we do. Yeah.
I'm excited.
And it's awesome. I love getting these type of questions because, for the holidays, it's not just, the busyness and craziness of the parks, but it's also you wanting to enjoy all the magic of the holiday season. Right. So we're here to help you because there's a lot to see and a lot to do. So let's get to these questions.
Yes.
Lindsay, you want to start first? Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So our first question comes from Kelsey on Instagram. She DM'd us. She said, hi, ladies. First of all, I've been following both of your accounts for several years, and I just adore you both. Your content is amazing, and you're both so beautiful and friendly. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm wondering if you have any tips or know what Disneyland and DCA have to offer on New Year's Eve. This was a question we got a lot. A lot of people want to know about New Year's Eve. I know the holiday season goes until the 7th, but I was curious about New Year's Eve. My husband and I bought Disney tickets, and we'll be surprising our 2 boys with a trip to Disneyland. Yeah. We've been doing some research, and I've heard that the parks are very busy on New Year's Eve, so any tips and tricks are greatly appreciated. All right, Kelsey. First of all, I'm going to be honest with you, Kelsey. Neither Bridget nor I, Bridget, I'm pretty sure you either, have been to the parks on New Year's Eve. However, I saw this question, and one of our Patreon fan members and best friends, Anne, she goes, I don't know if it's every year, Anne, correct me if I'm wrong, but most years she goes on New Year's Eve. So last night when we were all at dinner, we were like, Anne, give us like the scoop because we haven't been. So Anne filled us in a little bit. So yes, she said it is in fact very busy on New Year's Eve, which is kind of surprising to me because I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if you're somebody who has like traditions, like, I don't know, for us, like our tradition doesn't include Disney, but I guess for some people it does. But anyways, it's very busy on New Year's Eve. And one of the cool things she mentioned was that Disneyland is open till 2 a.m. and DCA until 1. And that's like the only time of year that it's open. Any of the parks are open like past midnight. So that's kind of a fun little thing. There are multiple countdowns. So they do a East Coast countdown to New Year's Eve at It's a Small World, which you can go and watch. And then they do like the West Coast countdown at the Castle. And then I think they also do an East Coast one at the Disney Junior Dance Party. Is that right, Anne? Anne. Well, Anne, you're on too. Is that right, Anne? Bridget, I think that's what she said last night, right?
Yeah.
And apparently the one at Disney Junior Dance Party is very fun. It's got like a DJ. There's music going. Like they're counting down. Like it's very like upbeat and fun. So I guess maybe one of the tips would be to maybe check that out at 9 o'clock or like a little before 9, because apparently that's like the place to be. She did say they give out really cute hats. You can grab a little hat, a little like New Year's Eve countdown hat thing. And then I guess for the midnight one in front of the castle, she said that does get very busy, like very busy. So if you are like really wanting to see that and see the fireworks, you might want to plan to be there a little bit early.
Yes. And then, of course, they have a special festive fireworks show just for New Year's Eve that you never will ever see unless it's New Year's Eve. So that's super special. It's something that I've been wanting to see actually in person for quite some time. I have major FOMO, by the way, whenever I'm watching everyone's content on New Year's Eve, but it's also my daughter's birthday. So it's a very hard day for me to get to the parks. Yeah. But what I do know, something I do know for sure is that the parks get busier later in the day, of course. People are kind of resting during the morning because they know it's going to be such a long night. But one of the things that you should know if you are going to be driving or you're going to have a car is that parking at the Mickey and Friends parking structure, the Pixar Palace parking structure, and Toy Story gets very busy because everyone's kind of coming at that later time. So just prepare for that and add that into your schedule because I have heard that does take some time. And what I also have heard that the parks pretty much run as normal until the sun sets. And then it's kind of, then the New Year's Eve aspect kind of comes out and it looks so much fun. It really does look like such a blast.
Like DJs set up around the park. It looks it looks just like one big party.
Yes. And the characters are wearing all like their cool New Year's Eve clothes. And it just looks like just a really awesome party. So enjoy yourself. Have so much fun. Your boys are going to have the best surprise ever.
Yep.
Yeah. I went actually back in, I think it was New Year's '08. So it was before the day of reservations, the days of reservations.
Way before,
and we got there like super early, but a couple friends were meeting us there and they didn't get there till, 11 and they were sold out. Remember like when Disneyland would be like, we are sold out today. We will not sell another ticket. And so I don't know, there were 6 of us who were in the park and then our 2 other friends showed up and they're like, we can't sell any more tickets to you guys. And so like, it was fun though. Like, I think like finding those like unique days to go to the parks that aren't like your traditional, like if you can go on Easter and all these sort of like unique holidays where like there might be a character that pops up or maybe a pin that you can't get any other day unless you're there on that day. And there was just something special about ringing in the new year at Disneyland. It just was really fun and special. So I'm sure they're going to have a blast.
Trust me, I would love to.
Yeah, me too. It'll happen one day. It'll happen one day.
Let's do a show party there, maybe.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. That'd be so much fun.
We know Anna will be there.
Countdown.
We'd have to have cameos though of my daughter because she'd be like, "No, it's also my birthday." Yeah. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, well, another question that we got is from Danielle, and she writes, for Disneyland rope drop during the holidays with 3 littles aged 3 to 8, where should we head first and what do you recommend? Okay, so that is a great question. I also have a 3-year-old. Lindsay and I each have 3 kids. We've done this so many times. So for the holiday season, I still would rope drop, and this is just me, Lindsay, maybe you have a different opinion. I would still rope drop the same way that you would do for other days because you really want to, take advantage of the time where there's the least amount of people. And that would be pretty much for me heading to Fantasyland, just to get a lot of those like little kid rides out of the way first. Cause Fantasyland only gets busier with the day. It will only just get busier. It grows with the day, right? Yeah. And then also Toontown as well. Toontown is very decorated for the holiday season. I also would recommend getting that tree photo early on while the kids are at their freshest and before chocolate and stuff gets all over their face and their clothes. If you're looking for the tree photo that you want to frame, I'd probably do that very early as well. Another thing that I would do very early, starting at 7 a.m., you can mobile order treats. With the holiday season comes very long lines for food. So I would actually plan out your meals because when kids get hungry, they get hungry and they want to eat right then and there. And so I would actually plan out my meals for that day. And I would definitely get them a Mickey gingerbread from Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe. Mobile order that starting at 7 a.m. And those would be my tips.
Okay. My strategy is a little bit different. Just based on what I've done in the past with my 3 kids, because there's been a couple times where we have rope dropped opening day because my kids were off for like Veterans Day in the past. Like I just remember being there like 3 times or so for opening day. What we did, my kids were little. So the first thing we did was we got our tree photo. The great thing about a tree photo, so if you truly rope drop and you're there, you get in the gates at 7:30. The park doesn't open until 8. So you've got 30 minutes in there where you can like do whatever in town square, whatever. Take the Christmas tree photo at like 7:30. I have been to the parks now a couple times since the holidays started. I've done the tree photo twice now. The tree photo that I took yesterday was so fast. Like they are whipping through those because they have like 3-ish photo pass people around the tree because it's so big. So that line moves super fast. So I was in and out. I got my picture in, it was less than 10 minutes. So I would say, go in, be right there, get your tree picture. I personally, for the holidays, rope drop It's a Small World because it does get busy later on in the day because it is one of those special holiday attractions. So I, especially with little kids, it's hard for me to wait more than like 30 minutes in a line. So I always rope to drop It's a Small World. Then I know it's prettier at night. For me, if I get on it at night when the lights are on, it's a bonus. At least I can say that we did it and we experienced the jingle bells and we did all that. And if we get on later, it's a bonus. But if that is like a priority, personally, I rope drop It's a Small World because I want to make sure I get that on, especially with my kids. So, that's just me.
Yep, that's a great tip. Yeah, we usually always ride it at night, and we do have to wait. You know, you can also get Lightning Lane though, and Lightning Lane covers that attraction, and that would be great too because with Lightning Lane, you're also going to get free photo pass for the day, unlimited downloads of all your photos for that tree photo if you don't have photo pass already.
I did see though when we were there on opening day, Bridget, I don't know if you remember the line for Lightning Lane because
was it crazy?
Oh my gosh, Bridget, it went back to the pretzel cart over like by the promenade.
Oh.
Whoa.
And they were carrying the sign around, like pulling it out. I think it's just because that's a lot of people's thing is like, oh, I'll just get Lightning Lane for it. And I think because the holidays, like it's just popular. So again, everybody's different, but I try to write it first thing in the morning. So at least I know we've done it. And then if I write it later, great.
Yeah. It was also it was also raining that day though too. And that's one of the, like a lot of attractions shut down when it rains at Disneyland. So that also may have been the reason. We typically Lightning Lane Small World just because the line can get really, really long. Like for our like holiday day. But it's kind of like a hit or miss with that one. Yeah. But you're going to have so much fun. Thank you for your question, Danielle. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to read the next one, but I'm going to have you answer it, Bridget, because this was about your suggestion. Okay. So this comes from Oregon Morgan on Instagram.
Ooh, that's a fun name.
It's a great name,
right? Hello, absolutely love you guys and your podcast. Thank you, Morgan. I have a question. I went ahead and made our Carthay Lounge reservation to watch the tree lighting, and you said you can specifically request to sit all together or to sit along the railing outside. How do you go about doing that? Is it something I can do in the app on the reservation, or do I have to ask when I get there the day of?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite holiday traditions to do with my family, and it's something that a lot of people don't know about. So over at Disney California Adventure, there is a restaurant called Carthay Circle. Underneath that restaurant on the ground floor, there is also Carthay Circle Lounge. And the lounge is more of like a bar style, little bites, that you can eat. And if you can sit outside, which almost always you can unless it's raining, there's also outdoor seating. So the outdoor seating faces the Buena Vista tree right there in Disney California Adventure. And what we love to do is we love to watch the tree lighting, but while enjoying some holiday hot cocoa and some treats along the rail at Carthay Circle Lounge. So what I like to do is get a reservation around 4:15. And when I check into the reservation 15 minutes early, I specifically ask to sit along the rail, and I've always been accommodated. And so we sit along the railing, and it's like literally a front row view to the tree lighting, which is at 4:50 p.m. So if you just get some of your hot cocos or whatever it is that you want to enjoy, then you can just sit there and there's heaters and you can just watch the tree lighting ceremony with like a VIP seating.
Love it.
I absolutely love this tradition. But yeah, it's always been something that I was able to do. I've never gotten any pushback for asking to sit along the rail. If it is raining though, which typically it's not, but in the last week it has been. I don't know why. Then that seating area is closed. But yeah, you're going to have so much fun. And my kids have said it's the best hot cocoa in the park. So
right.
It comes in a fancy glass. So they think that they're super fancy drinking it.
That's great.
No. All right. Danny, do you have anything to add to that? Have you done it?
I just love Carthay Circle. I think it's amazing. I don't know if the bartender is still there, but James is a bartender that usually works there a lot in the little lounge to the right. And I just want to shout him out because this has nothing to do with the holidays, but Anne says yes, James.
Anne said yes.
So, and I know his wife, I don't know if she still does, but she used to work at Club 33. And when my wife and I first started dating, it was coming up on her birthday. And she had never been to Club 33. And we had gone on a trip to Disneyland and we met James. We hung out there for a while and he had given me his email for some reason. And I pinged him like a week later. I said, I know this is like impossible and you probably can't make it happen, but I just have to try. It's my wife's birthday. Do you think there's any way we could possibly get a reservation at Club 33? And he's like, let me see what I can make happen. And then like a few days later, and let me just preface this by saying, don't just ask all the bartenders and servers at any restaurant at Disneyland to get you a Club 33 reservation. James and I had a very specific connection, and I'd worked for ABC on a bunch of TV shows. So like there was a connection there that made sense. There was a history. Okay. This isn't just like magic they sprinkle for anybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Just clarify, disclaimer. But he emailed me. He's like, we were able to make it happen. And that was just like the coolest gift to be able to give to my wife on our first birthday together. I set the bar really high.
Yeah, really you did.
With gifts out of the gate. And it was before they changed Club 33. So it was the old look of like the really deep wood grains they used to have in there. Before they got rid of the fireplace and like opened up all those windows and everything. It was really special and unique. So for that, I'm grateful for all the cast members who make magic happen at all different levels. So shout out.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Shout out to James for hooking us up.
Oh, anyway. That's awesome.
James.
Thank you, James, because I'm sure you've served many a drink because I've been there quite some time. So, so thanks, James.
You know what's the coolest thing they have there that does not get talked about nearly enough? I don't know if they still have it, but do they still have that like metal contraption that makes the ice cubes into the perfect circles where they put like a block inside of it and it like somehow creates the perfect circle? It's usually for like a Manhattan.
Anne says they do.
Yeah. If Anne says that they do, then they do.
Yes. Yeah. And then they'll garnish it with like the two cherries, Luxardo cherries to make it look like a Mickey head. In your like old fashioned, it's an old fashioned or a sidecar or something like that. And it's amazing to watch because it somehow melts it just enough to shape it, but not so much that the ice cube melts entirely. It's really, really cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we doing here? We should just go now. I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That sounds amazing.
I've got a free day.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I can be there about 12:30. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Lunch. We'll have a liquid lunch.
Yeah, liquid lunch.
Liquid lunch. Haven't had that one in a long time.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Lindsay,
so
now
funny.
This question is definitely for you. Wendy J 17 asks the candlelight service tips to get a spot to watch.
Okay, candlelight. I love candlelight. It is my favorite day out of the whole year. It is beautiful. If you don't know what candlelight it's a religious experience at Disneyland. It dates back to I think it might be 56. It was like it started 1 or 2 years after the park opened, and it was a tradition that Walt brought to the park. And it is candlelight because these carolers and these choir members march down. They march along the parade route with these candles that they hold. And then they go up into the train station area. And there are hymns that are sung, Christmas songs that are sung. They read the story of Jesus's birth from the Bible. There's always a celebrity narrator, which you find out typically like that day who it is. It is just this really, really incredible experience. That being said, I don't know that I have the best tips for like how to see it because it is such a gamble if you're going to be able to like get in and see it. I have been lucky enough every year to be able to get in and see it. One year I showed up like 15 minutes before it started. And because I'm tall and I was by myself, I literally just slid under the rope, which is totally fine to do. The cast members there will tell you, like, you can slide under the rope, slid under the rope, stood in the very back, and I saw the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah.
Wow.
There is a waiting area over by like Main Street Cinema where they kind of like box you in. It starts kind of early. They'll box you in there and then you kind of wait for the first performance to end. And then they kind of like fill you into like the area where you can stand and watch. I have never had any luck doing that. They always tell me you're too late. You can't fit in, blah, 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 blah. So I just typically will wait for everybody to kind of file in. And then I just kind of like slide under the rope wherever I can fit in. I mean, I know that's not the greatest tip, but I would not plan to try and get a seat. Some people rope drop and sit on the curb all day for a seat.
Wow.
Frankly, I don't think that's, I mean, I don't want to say it's not worth it because it's beautiful, but I just don't think it's worth sitting on the curb all day waiting to just possibly get a chair. I think there's better ways to do it. So anyways, that's kind of My thing, I just kind of slip under the rope and find a place to stand. If you're with one or two people, it's typically not a problem. I've never had a problem. I went once with Nikki and I did the same thing. We just slipped under the rope.
Wow.
We were right there. We were totally fine. And like the cast members will tell you, like, if there's room in there, you can slip under the rope and go. So it's not like we're like cutting anybody or like anything like that.
And does it just, I'm kind of like naive to this because I always feel like I hear about candlelight, but I don't know, like, is there a specific schedule that they run off of every year? Or is it just one week? How does that work?
So it's 2 nights out of the whole year. And it's always the first weekend in December. So this year it's the 6th and the 7th. And there's 2 showings each night. So technically it happens four times out of the year.
Do you think they intentionally did that 6, 7?
I literally, the first thing I heard when you said that, Lindsay.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
We'll never escape this.
No, this is where,
let me tell you,
where society is.
So as you know, I just released the campaign video for our Kickstarter for our new book series, right? And at one point I talk about how many years ago it was that we had our daughter. I go, about 6, 7 years ago.
Oh.
I get comments and DMs from people who are like, all my kid keeps talking about is the fact you said 6, 7 in your video. And I'm like, what about my
Nothing
empowering
matters.
children's book series? Yeah. And even my daughter, I showed it to her. She's like, 6, 7. And I was like, what? This is your story, and all you're taking away from this.
Went over the head.
I was like, well, if it's helping us to pop in the algorithm because I said 6, 7, then I will take that and wear it.
Oh my gosh.
So how I've gotten successfully my kids to stop doing the 6, 7 thing because it was driving me insane was I started doing it myself all the time in public.
Smart.
In public, I would be at Costco and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's $9.67. And I would be so loud and they would be so embarrassed. And now they won't ever bring it up because they know that I'll be the loudest 6, 7er. And so now they don't talk about it anymore ever again.
Did you see there's this video that's gone viral, and I know we're derailing off the holidays, but it's this comedian guy, he made this video about like, I think it was the number 5 and the number 8 talking to each other about 6 and 7.
Oh, how funny.
And like one angle is like 8, like he's like, so have you talked to 6 lately? He's like, I don't know. We just got this weird thing going on lately, you know? And he's like, and it's just really, he goes, well, why don't you talk to 4? See what 4 is up to. He's like, I don't know. 4 is just so arrogant. He's like this perfect square, you know? And like, and I'm just, it's really brilliant. So,
oh my God,
I love it.
10 out of 10 recommend.
I love
10
that.
out of 10.
Yes.
All right, Bridget, this next one we can both speak on. And this actually comes from Practically Rapunzel, who is actually Jera from our Patreon fam. She just changed her name. I love it. It's so cute.
I love it. Yeah, it's so cute.
She wants to know tips and tricks on getting a famous candy cane.
Ooh.
And we can both speak on this because Bridget and I, 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago.
Maybe, yeah.
We did the famous candy cane. What I will say, it's very different from the beginning of the season to like the middle endish of the season. I've had many people toward the middle endish of the Christmas season say they had no problem getting it like in the middle of the day. Yeah. I think those first ones, you know, everyone's trying to get it and people are there and whatever. But I would say you have to rope drop. If you are going at the beginning of the season, you want one, you will not get one if you don't rope drop.
Yeah.
You have to rope drop and you kind of hustle down on over to like Candy Palace. And from there, you just kind of wait in line and then it's pretty easy from there. They give you like a text, a ticket and like a text. So like, we'll text you when it's your turn to come get it. And from there, it's totally smooth sailing.
Yeah.
When we did it, I don't know if you remember this, Bridget, but when we did it, so we rope dropped, we got in line, and then probably like an hour later, do you remember where that line went to?
Oh, yes. It went literally all the way down to where Maurice's Treats is in Fantasyland.
Yeah,
it was wild. It was absolutely wild. But I have to say, I'm not a candy cane person. Like I don't eat candy canes on the regular, right? But this candy cane, I was like, are we really waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning for a candy cane? It's actually worth it. Like it is the best candy cane I've ever had. First of all, it's huge. It's like this big. It's absolutely massive. And if you
How
eat
big
it
is
fresh,
this big for our listeners? Is it like a foot? Is it like 10 inches? What would you say?
I would say a foot.
Okay.
I would say a foot.
Probably,
yeah,
that's probably
I would say a
good.
foot.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you break it, if it's fresh and you break it up on the inside is soft. soft. It's
so
soft
good.
on the inside, and it was absolutely fabulous. It is from what I believe is, I believe this to be true. It's one, you can only buy one per person. And we don't know the prices yet for this year, but it's in like the $25 range or so. And I have to say, it really is amazing. It's so really good. It is worth it. It's worth it, something to do just like one time. And yeah, it was such a fun experience. Lindsay and I had so much fun.
And part of the draw is part of like the love for it is that they are hand pulled candy canes. So you literally watch these candy makers in the window making these big old candy canes. And that's an experience too, to watch them make it and roll it and fold it and shape it, like how they actually shape it. They have this tool. I mean, it's really, really cool. It's a neat experience.
And the recipe hasn't changed for over 50 years. I mean, this is a recipe that they still use today. It is so cool to watch. It's really a whole experience. Highly recommend.
Yes.
And is it peppermint candy cane? Is that the flavor?
Yeah, like very traditional.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, it was, and so I have 3 kids. Although I don't think Wes was having it back then, but you can easily like split it. I've had like people come up to me and they're like, we save it for Christmas Eve and then we cut it open and we like, divide it between, family members or whatever. Some people don't eat them at all and they use them as decoration.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, but it's definitely
How heavy
is it?
Is it heavy? Like, do you need a thick, sturdy branch to hold it up?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably. If you have a fake tree, though, it'll hold it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. It's beautiful. It's so much fun. It's like, I don't know. It's a festive thing to do. Lindsay and I had a lot of fun. We were exhausted, but we had a lot of fun.
Maybe we do it again.
I think we should do it again. I'll totally do it again.
We'll have to see.
Ooh, okay. Right. This is a great question. G_fizzle _24 wrote, what parades or nighttime shows are going for holidays? Thanks, Gina. My favorite parade, I know Lindsay's favorite parade too, a Christmas fantasy parade runs daily, twice a day, 3:30 and 5 p.m. Double check those times because they could fluctuate depending on what's going on, but it does run daily every single day.
Sorry to interrupt. I will say it does fluctuate on this weekend, Candlelight Weekend. Candlelight Weekend, a lot of entertainment changes. So anyway, sorry, go on.
No, yeah, absolutely. So that is definitely a must do. We love this parade. We've actually talked about it in our holiday tips and tricks episode in this month, in this series that we did. So that is definitely one show that one parade that you should definitely watch. There's also the tree lighting ceremony and the lighting ceremony for It's a Small World Holiday. That is both at 5 p.m. this year to really, keep you on your toes. And then Lindsay, what else am I missing here? I mean, it depends on which park you're at.
Wintertime Enchantment happens, which is the snowfall in front of the castle.
Yes. At 7:30 and 8:30 p.m. for that.
And then over at DCA, depending on the day, which, we should let them know, we found out for Viva Navidad, which personally is my favorite, like, Christmas performance on the DCA side. It only happens on the weekends now. It's only a Saturday and Sunday thing, but it typically is multiple times during the day. I want to say it's probably at least 4 times during the day. So that one probably plays at night too. I would suggest that one. That one's just, it's so fun.
It's
you
so
can't
good.
help but like get into the Christmas spirit when
so fun.
Mickey and Minnie are dancing to like Feliz Navidad. Oh my gosh.
It's so fun. And then DCA also has Mickey's Happy Holidays, which is my favorite performance there. And it runs multiple times a day. That is not to be missed. And you can just go along the parade route there and just walk up pretty much like 10 minutes beforehand. It's a great show. There's also story time with Deadpool over an Avengers campus. That's super cute.
Might not be kid friendly though. I don't know. Is that a kid friendly show? Well, I just know when it originally came out, not the holiday one, there's some, I think that character in itself is a little, adult-esque.
A little blue, they will say.
Yeah. So I don't know if that, because like he has his own show on the new ship that is an adult only show.
Yeah.
And I just know his character is a little more on the rougher side.
Yeah, so maybe,
I don't know about
maybe
that
get
one.
ready to put earmuffs on.
Yeah.
Earmuffs. That's what I do. Earmuffs.
Maybe somebody can let us know if it's not, if it is kid friendly. I don't know. I've seen clips of like his prior things. I'm like, I don't know about that. Like with kids.
What about the light show on Small World? Like, does that have a specific time? You know how they do the projections where they make it look like the big, almost like Santa's like workshop factory thing, right?
So that actually, Bridget, I think is what somebody was talking about when they said the TikTok tidings.
Yeah.
I think that's the name of that thing. But what I don't know, Bridget, is because they asked if that, we'll get to it, but they asked if that replaced the 70th like the little tribute they did on Small World every
Oh
30
yeah,
minutes.
the tapestry of happiness.
Tapestry, yeah. But I think it's the holiday one now. I think they replaced that.
Well, yeah, when we get to that question, we'll definitely answer that part.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to look it up. We'll double check.
Okay, cool.
And this question ties into another question that we got from Darling BB13, which is, what do you girls recommend seeing as a non-negotiable for a first-time family being there for Christmas? And it truly is for me
I think we have the same.
a Christmas, a fantasy, a Christmas time. What is wrong
Christmas
with me today?
fantasy parade.
A Christmas fantasy parade.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I
You
need
love
more
it
coffee.
so much, you just can't remember the
I know.
name. It's just so exciting. Yeah.
I need more coffee.
And at night.
And
at night is the big one.
Yes.
On Main Street near the Christmas tree, you will be floored. It's just so pretty. It's so magical. I don't think there's anything that screams Christmas more than that parade at nighttime from Main Street. Oh my gosh.
And just to clarify, that the second parade starts at 5:15 p.m. on and it's going to, start over there by Main Street by the tree, but the tree lighting is also at 5 p.m. So if you're waiting on Main Street for the parade, you're also going to get to see the tree lighting ceremony at 5 p.m. So you're going to get two experiences in one, just waiting for the parade and then getting to see the parade. So that would be my top suggestion for the holiday season.
Danny, do you have a favorite nighttime spectacular?
Oh my gosh. I mean, watching the lights turn on Small World is just so magical. And I know it fluctuates a little bit because it's based off of sunset, right? So what I love is the lights coming on. But what I also love is, like, if you happen to be in line for Small World while that's happening, I love looking back across, like, out towards like Matterhorn Way and just seeing all the people gathered to watch it. I love this idea of community, of all these people coming together to watch this shared moment together, that they have a sense as to when it's going to happen, but it's not done to a clock. So it genuinely is a surprise for everyone, which I think is really, really cool. And that's why I love the theater so much, is like, it is this shared experience that you have as a community. And just to hear like the gasp, the intake of air and all the people who go, oh, like, you just feel so connected to humanity in that moment and like how much we have in common. And I think like that's just such a beautiful thing to have in the world, is those recognitions of like our shared similarities,
Yeah.
So that's a non-negotiable for me. I also just like, when you go into that, I think it's technically the second room on Small World where they have the huge, massive Christmas tree in England. That smell in that room is that like beautiful. I don't know if it's balsam or what it is, but that scent, I want it in, like, I want to wake up to somebody just like blowing that into my face like every single morning. It's just, it's amazing. So those are two. And then obviously the parade is just like,
it's gone.
You can't go wrong. And watching your kids watch the parade.
Oh, it's the best.
And like when the characters will wave at them.
I literally just got chills when you said that. Like,
when Santa comes and he's like shouting out like Merry Christmas in all the different languages and everything.
Yeah.
And you just, again, it just feels like this shared experience, and you feel like a kid again. It's the
yeah.
best. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have a question from Jenny Bear 82. She actually asked two, so we're going to combine them because they're very similar. Spending Thanksgiving Day at Disneyland, no dining reservations, any best tips for dinner options, and then also any special schedule changes for Thanksgiving Day. Thanks, love the podcast. Well, thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny.
So Thanksgiving runs as a typical day at Disneyland, and I don't think that there's any extra things that they do special for Thanksgiving. I know that there are certain places outside of the park at the hotels that have like a special Thanksgiving menu. Jazz Kitchen has one, and so does the Maple Dining location in Pixar Place Hotel. They have like these special, Thanksgiving dinners. If you don't have any dining reservations or nothing, and you want that little like Thanksgiving touch, my suggestion would be to get the Thanksgiving sandwich, the Thanksgiving sandwich.
Where that was going.
Yes.
I knew where it was going.
From Jolly Holiday Bakery, which is my favorite sandwich during the holiday season. You're going to have to mobile order it because the Jolly Holiday Bakery line gets insanely long because everyone's getting their Mickey gingerbread. And that's a location where you can get it. So order that one early. Also, I mean, you can definitely try to do a walk up, reservation for River Belle Terrace, or for Cafe Orleans. They don't have anything specific for Thanksgiving, but I did hear that River Belle Terrace is serving some amazing gingerbread pancakes if you're looking for like a little breakfast treat.
I heard that too.
Yeah. And I have to try them. I cannot wait, actually. So that would be it. That was it. They don't really do anything extra special for it.
Yeah. No entertainment, like nothing extra in terms of entertainment or anything like that. It's just the food, a couple places with food options.
Yeah.
Do they sell a pin or anything? Because I know, I feel like I've been on there on Easter or like Valentine's Day in the past where they'll have like a pin that is specific to that holiday that you can only get on that day.
Well, Anne is our pin girl. I don't know if Anne's still on. She can let us know if there's a special Thanksgiving Day pin, because I have no idea. I'm not the pin person. Anne. Oh, Anne, the pin is out right now. See, I knew we could depend on Anne for the pin info.
Thank you, Anne.
So there's a Thanksgiving Day pin you could get to commemorate your Thanksgiving Day in the parks.
That's cute. That's kind of I like that idea. That's really, really adorable.
Right.
Then we have another question from Teaching My Little Loves. Tree lighting or Small World lights? They are at the same time, I hear. Yes, they
That's
are.
really hard.
Yes, they are. They used to be 15 minutes apart, and now they are at the same exact time. So you are going to have to choose which one you want to experience. We also have friends, and they have a couple of kids. And so the dad took some of the kids that voted for the tree, and then the mom took some of the kids that voted for Small World. So, so it's kind of up to you what you'd like to do. I just love the tree lighting ceremony for myself, just because it's not just the tree, but it's also like the garland that gets lit up, and then it's just special. But either way, 5 p.m. for both.
Yeah. I don't know that I could pick.
Wait,
that's hard.
What time does the lights come on in Cars Land? Is that at the same time as well?
That's not a set time. It's sunset.
It's sunset. Okay.
Yeah.
Which adjusts.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
so I said earlier that Small World was a random time. It's not a random time. Did I get that incorrect?
Yes, it is a set time.
Okay.
It is the same as the tree lighting.
And do they have like a message that comes over the loudspeaker that they play over by Small World?
They do.
They do. Yeah. So you get like a quick little heads up to kind of know to like turn and look.
Yeah.
Okay. I would choose Small World. This would be a fun poll for us to put, because you could do polls on Spotify for the episode. So we should do, which would you choose, tree lighting or Small World? Because Small World is just so massive.
It's massive.
And it just feels like you go from watching this like dark like wall to all of a sudden just boom. It's just this, I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it is. They're both so great. I mean,
we can put a poll up on stories too.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Fun.
Yeah. Another question we got, TB71755. This is the question: Tapestry of Happiness replacing TikTok tidings this year. And so I looked it up. Tapestry of Happiness is fully for this season. They have kept the Disneyland 70th tradition going on with Tapestry of Happiness. No. And so it runs 3 times an evening, 6:30 p.m., 9 p.m., and 10:30 p.m. So they're not doing the Christmas facade that they normally do for It's a Small World holiday, but they are keeping the Tapestry of Happiness, which is a beautiful show, by the way.
It is,
but different.
But I like
the
holiday one for the holidays.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
TikTok tidings might be one of my favorite alliterations of all time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is great. I love that.
Why couldn't either one of you have a T name? Then you could be
I know.
TikTok Tammy or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tidings Tammy. I'm still trying to think of a B name for you, Bridget, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll come up. We'll chat GPT it. I'm sure they'll have some great options.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Here, quick rapid fire question for the three of us.
Okay.
TB71755 wants to know your favorite holiday food or drink this year. All right. I will go first.
Okay.
I haven't tried a ton, but I loved the peppermint macaron from Jolly Holiday. I really like that one. The one that tasted like a Girl Scout cookie.
It definitely does. It definitely does. This is very hard for me to choose one. I can't choose one, but I will say you can't go wrong with the Mickey gingerbread. We already talked about the Thanksgiving sandwich. The sticky toffee bundt cake from Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe is the sleeper hit. I'm just going to say it, of the holiday season at Disneyland. I loved the new breakfast potato at Troubadour Tavern. And then over at DCA, all the Festival of the Foods so far have sounded good, and they've had a lot of returning foods as well. And my favorite is the Kugel mac and cheese. But But yeah, there's so much good food to get. Also, if you're just looking for a tiny snack, people are totally missing the holiday mix-in, which is a fun like holiday candies that's mixed into the famous Disneyland popcorn. And you can find that over at the Haunted Mansion cart. And it is so good. It's also the best treat that I always get for my kids while we're waiting in line. Because if you're going to Haunted Mansion holiday, just get the popcorn. You won't have any complaints from your kids the entire time that you're waiting. Just trust me on that one.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
what are the
wonderful
flavors that get mixed in that popcorn?
So it's like M&Ms. It's like, holiday colored M&Ms. And then there's like those like little like candy balls. And then I think there's like a little bit of a toffee. It's really, really, really good. It's only an extra $1.50 more. Totally worth it in my book. Because you can only get it for special occasions. Yeah, I love it.
Is that an extra $1.50 no matter the size of popcorn you get? If you get like the
it's only
box
it's only for the box. I don't think you can add it on to the tub.
Copy that. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't tried any of the new food this year because I haven't been yet, but I can say with pretty like intense confidence that it will always be the gingerbread cookie. Like I just
so good.
And
so
can you
good.
correct me or not correct me, but like can you answer this question for me? So like I've seen online that some people say the cookie is different at Jolly Holiday than the one you get back at like by Pooh. That because the buttons are a different color and people are like,
this might be the thing Bridget always.
Like it's not the same gingerbread. It doesn't taste the same. I'm like, is that true or is it just like psychological?
So there are 4 places inside the parks where you can get the Mickey gingerbread. It's Jolly Holiday Baker Cafe, the Market House, which is Starbucks, inside Disneyland on Main Street. Also Red Rose Tavern, which you can mobile order from in Fantasyland. And then over at DCA, it's Fiddler, Pfeiffer, Practical Cafe. So those all to me taste the same. The cookie that tastes and slightly looks different to me is the Mickey gingerbread that you get at the Great Hall cart inside the Grand Californian Hotel. There's a lobby there that serves holiday treats. Not only to me does the cookie look a little bit different and taste a little bit different, but it also is more expensive by like $3.
Really?
So yeah. But you also aren't paying to get inside the park. So that's kind of how they adjust that. But yeah, I am. So last year there was a very big controversy over how like the cookie tasted different than previous years. It really was a big deal for a lot of people, including myself. I'm not going to lie. But I can 100% surely say that the cookie that they are bringing out this year is the cookie, and it's so good. It's so good.
I'm obsessed with it. I got to eat it. I think was it last Christmas, or 2 Christmases ago. I went to Disneyland on Dapper Day with Santa J. Claus. I went with Santa Claus
that's okay.
And he is the expert at cookies. Nobody knows cookies like Santa Claus. And we ate the gingerbread. We did like a taste test of the gingerbread versus like the chocolate chip. And it's the gingerbread. You can't. And the chocolate chip was incredible. It was amazing. But you cannot beat that gingerbread cookie. There's just something about it. It's so darn good.
It's the best. It's the absolute best. It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, because I want to get some more questions in. S. Burke 72 says, best path for DCA if I'm starting at 4 p.m. for Christmas festivities. That's actually a really good time to arrive because at 4:50, the Buena Vista Street tree lighting starts. So that's really cool. And you'll also be able to get the Mickey's Happy Holidays show as well. And then there is another show over at DCA that is definitely forgotten about and has a really long name. So I'm going to have to look this up really quickly for you. But it is A Musical Christmas with Mariachi, Alegria, de Disneyland, and Miguel. And it's right there. Yes, that's why I had to look it up for sure. And I probably mispronounced it too. But right there in front of Carthay Circle, right by the fountain, that's where that show is. And the show is so much fun. It is so exciting. It's a lot of like involvement. Sometimes kids get brought into the show. It is so much fun. Definitely don't miss that one. It's really, really cool. And it runs after 4 p.m. After 4 p.m. it runs, it only runs after 4 p.m. 5, 6, 7, 8, so look that up and you'll definitely be able to catch that for sure.
Is it Alegria? Is that the?
Maybe. Alegria?
Yeah.
Sure. It probably is.
I took 3 years of Spanish in high school. So.
But I mean,
0.
It is so much fun and people kind of forget about the show. And that last year, it was like one of my favorite things to do. It was so awesome. So if you're getting that 5:05 show, which is the first show of the day there, you can get the tree lighting at 4:50. Then you can get the musical Christmas show that we just talked about at 5:05. And then you can get Mickey's Happy Holidays right before all of that at 4:30. So you can watch 3 shows in one spot.
Can I give you another non-negotiable that's at DCA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do it.
Meeting Santa back in
absolutely.
the Redwood Trail is the most incredible thing, like with the elves who are there, like in the line and the way that they interact with the guests. Are they not there this year?
Rumor has it, but we don't know if it's because of the rain.
Yes.
No.
Because
they've got
I know.
Be
the
there.
Elves, I know. Trust me, we had this conversation last night. We were all very upset. But I am hopeful that maybe it's just because of the rain, because the elves were not in a covered spot. When like Santa's in a covered spot, but the elves were not. So I am hoping that that's the only reason.
They have to be there.
They have to be.
Can I tell you a story of one of the honestly probably the most magical thing that's ever happened to me at Disneyland?
Please do.
Yes.
So when my wife and I, we were trying to get pregnant for a while and it wasn't happening for us. We went to Disneyland. This was December of 2017. And we went and stood in line and met Santa. And he's like, oh, what do you want for Christmas this year? And I was like, a baby. And the photographer happened to catch the moment where he was like, oh, and like throwing himself back. And my wife's like laughing. And then in January of the next year, or February, my wife got pregnant with Emerson. We did IVF and we were so fortunate to become parents. And so we took Emerson back to meet Santa. Like 2 years later, and we sat in that same spot, and I was like, we came here 2 years ago and we asked you for a baby, and that Christmas wish came true. And it was just like, I was like so emotional, like standing in line, like waiting to like walk up, and then seeing her like sitting on his knee, and we have the pictures side by side with that same set and that same backdrop of being with Santa. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like the magic of the holidays. I love it so much. And I'll never forget that. And you get to sign like the guest book there, which is really, really cool. It's just a very like that. What they build there for Santa to hang out in is absolutely stunning.
It's so
it's
good.
Like, if you're into traditions like me, to me, like it is one of the easiest traditions you can start with your family from a very young age, or your significant other, or even just you. Go get that picture every year with Santa and just watch how you and your family grows over the years.
Yeah,
it's really, really
absolutely
special.
My son Max took his first steps while we were waiting for Santa in River Creek Challenge Trail.
Gosh.
Yeah, and I was waiting in line, so I missed it. But my husband saw it over.
Oh my gosh!
But he happened to get it on video, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm waiting in line for Santa, and he's like, okay, because Max just like walked for the first time. I'm like, what?
Like, great.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
That's incredible.
And then we got to tell Santa, we're like, oh, he just took his first steps. And Santa was like, oh, it was my magic. And he had this great response. And it was so cute. But yeah, it's such a cute
so
place.
Sweet.
It feels very woodsy. It feels, it's like you're in his little workshop, and it's so cute.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes. But that definitely add that to your list. If you're you can, Santa is there at River Creek Challenge Trail before he goes off to sleep until 7 p.m. Okay. So if you get there at 4 p.m., you can still go see him. The line sometimes looks a little bit long. Don't let that make you not stand in line. It'll it goes by fast. It really does go by fast.
And if hopefully the elves are there, which if they are not, we've got to start a petition.
Bring back the elves.
My gosh.
We need the elves.
Yeah, we've got to make it happen.
So now 2 different questions that we got is a couple of the questions that we got is like saving time for waiting in lines. And funny enough, we actually did a podcast episode about this, actually 2 podcast episodes about this. So if you have any questions about saving time while waiting in line, or how to save time and not wait in line, just look at those episodes, because you'll get all those answers there, because we covered everything on that.
Yes.
So that will be good. And then another question that we got was from Mills1444. And that's the best way /time to get the big tree photo. And Lindsay, I think you're going to be posting about something about this.
Oh yeah. I got a little tip coming for you on my personal Instagram page. I got a tip that people always love. And then I think we kind of talked about time. First thing in the morning when you guys are all fresh. Don't wait till later in the afternoon. You never know how it's going to turn out. Kids can be cranky, grumpy. I mean, it's
Yep.
It's a gamble. I would do it first thing in the morning and then check out my Instagram for a tip coming.
Is
Yes,
Cranky
fun tip.
the eighth dwarf, do we think?
Is what?
Is Cranky the eighth dwarf?
I love
That would be a funny joke to make to your kids. Like, oh, we got the eighth dwarf with us here today.
Yeah, I
Cranky.
love that.
over
Cranky's
there.
here.
Cranky's
Right.
here.
Oh, Cranky's
know Cranky.
always there. Yeah. Hundo P.
All right. Ashley LaBruna. I'm going to give this one to you, Bridget, because we talked about this last night and you seem to know a lot. Does Douglas the Talking Tree come out at a certain time in downtown Disney? A must-see. And Bridget, I'm just going to ask that you explain very quickly what that is, because I called you last night being like, who is Douglas?
Yeah.
You mean Dougie?
I guess.
Yes. Okay. So Douglas the Talking Tree was a kind of this thing that started, I believe, last year, but I think only like 3 people saw it. Okay. It was one of those things that, did you really see it? Did you not see it? And what it is kind of like a 3-foot faux Douglas fir tree, right? In a adorable box. And the box is on wheels and it moves around downtown Disney talking to the people that it approaches.
Whoa.
It's adorable and I need to see it. I want to see this so bad. It was my mission yesterday. I was
Bridget
there
tried really hard
all
yesterday.
day yesterday because I wanted to see Douglas, this talking tree, so badly. He did arrive, I believe, over the weekend. Of course, we've had this crazy rain. Whenever there's rain here at Disneyland, they stop anything that has wheels or anything like that. So that was the tree wasn't there. So I asked a cast member yesterday because I waited for a ridiculous amount of time to see the tree, and he wasn't showing. And no one knows like where he comes out from. No one knows where he appears or the times. There's no like specific times. So I asked a cast member. It was just me asking the cast member. Like, is the Douglas tree coming out? And she was in full Disney mode. She was like, well, Dougie, he likes to come out when it's really, really bright outside and really early in the morning because he likes the full sun. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, we're doing this. Okay. Yeah, he likes sun. So morning? She's like, yeah, he really likes really early times. And he really doesn't like to be overwatered. I was like, so not if it rains. And she's like, no
like speaking
water.
in code here.
And I was like, wait, is there like children with me? I was like, oh, okay. And she was in full mode. She's like, yeah, Dougie loves to greet people and everything. She was so excited to tell me the story and I was loving it. It was amazing. But yeah, so he'll come out when it's really bright outside early in the day and not if it's raining, but we just don't know what days. So I'm on a mission to see it. And if I do, of course, I'll share it on our socials because, I have to see this. I just do.
Yes.
So
That's awesome.
I think we have one more. I was looking at the ones ahead. They're kind of ones that we've already touched on so far. So I'm just going to touch on this last one here, unless you want to add something, Bridget, to one of the other ones. From Mills1444 asked who all is in the holiday dance party in Tomorrowland. I did double check because I know at the time we recorded the last one, we didn't know if that was happening or not. That is happening.
It is.
That is like, my kids love those dance parties. Emma has kind of outgrown it a little bit, but my other two, full in. Typically at that, you will see, who you will not see is Mickey and Minnie. Don't go to that dance party thinking you'll see them. You won't see them. It is typically Goofy, Clarabelle, Chip, Dale. Sometimes, who's Clarabelle's partner? The other cow? What's his name? I'm totally blanking.
Oh, Horace.
Horace.
Yeah.
He comes out
Horace.
for that? That's awesome.
Yeah. And that might be about it.
Yeah. And that's daily from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. If it's raining, that stage can be a little bit slippery. And so it's usually postponed or canceled if it rains. Sometimes they can finagle it. Sometimes they don't. So just keep that in mind. Now, all of a sudden, we're talking about rain, oddly. It's like part of our planning now when usually it isn't. But that's daily from 5:30 to 9:30. And it's super duper fun. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids have done it. And it's like, I think the
they love
first
it?
time. Oh, yeah. Emerson danced. I think it was with Chip last year. And I got this like amazing video of him like twirling her, and she's just like living her best life out there in the dance floor. Like those are the moments that you hold on to,
That we live
as
for.
a parent. And you dream of these like magical moments, but like nothing can like emotionally, I think, prepare you for when you like see them happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys had this, but the first time I saw my daughter meet Mickey was like, I was like standing in line, we're laughing. The second Mickey turned to her and like did a peekaboo, I started like bawling. I was like, what is happening to me? Like, why am I crying? You know, it's like the photo we have with Mickey, like my eyes are all bloodshot, you know, because I've just been bawling my eyes out. But like,
what a good memory though.
It's truly the best. And that would be like my one tip, like going with kids is like, if your kids love meeting characters, you know, when you're there in the morning, I would try to get those photos like with Mickey and Minnie and Goofy on Main Street in their holiday outfits, just because like as the day goes on, they're a little bit busier and they're not there as much. And the last thing you want is like to miss that opportunity. And like, just like you were saying with the tree, like when the kids are fresh and they've got the energy and they're happy, get those interactions earlier because they're going to be like more magical, you know, because your kids are going to be in a good mood. So, just watching your kids interact with the characters is like, it's honestly the best.
That is such a good tip, Danny, because I mean, that is something that we always do. We always have to see Mickey because after all, it's his house, right?
Yes.
When we go to Disneyland. But also, you know, something that I learned having 2 older kids and now having a toddler is that those moments are gone so quickly.
Yeah.
Once your kids get older or you know, into adulthood, those moments are gone. And having those moments like in your memory or, you know, in your camera roll is so special, at least to me that is. And especially when they're dressed up in the Christmas clothes, or if your kids are dressed up in their Christmas, you know, sweatshirts or stuff, it is so fun. And it's just, it's absolutely,
it really
just
is
joyful.
It's the best. And it's totally free. You're literally just there. You don't have to buy a candy cane, you know, not to knock on that sort of stuff, but like, it's literally just an added value thing that you get when you go to the parks. You don't have, you might have to wait in a little line, but usually those lines move so quickly and
they
boom,
do. They're really good about that. Yeah.
But you've got a memory to last a lifetime.
Yeah, you do.
Know? And that's what going to the parks for me is really all about, is capturing those.
Oh, I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we were able to answer a lot of people's questions. If not, please, if we didn't answer your question or there's something that you do have, please message us. And because we would love to help you even more, you know, with your holiday day at Disneyland.
Yeah. And enjoy your trip to the holidays or to the parks this holiday season. Have fun. Like Bridget said, DM us, DM the Magical Moms Podcast Instagram, or you can email us at magicalmomspodcast@gmail.com and we'll get back to you and let you know our tips and tricks we have for you. But
yes, and stay tuned because we'll be sharing more holiday content on our socials. So definitely stay tuned to that.
And
Can I shout out one more thing real quick before we jump? I know you both have just been so kind to spread the word about our Kickstarter campaign for our next Capables book. So I mentioned this earlier that I'm a children's book author. I created this empowering children's book series called The Capables, which was inspired by my daughter Emerson, who I mentioned earlier. And we self-publish all of our books. So we fund through Kickstarter, and we're running the campaign for our 3rd book right now. So if you're looking to give, you know, this holiday season, I know there's a lot of people, you know, who have various organizations that are looking, you know, for money, but if you're looking for something kind of fun where you can help actually make a children's book come to life, we'll post the link in the episode notes, or if you just go to kickstarter.com and look up The Capables, we are the first campaign that pops up, and we can't make it happen without you. And it's really a pledge. It's less of a donation. It's more of like a pledge, and you can get, you know, you're basically pre-ordering a copy of our next book, which is a really unique opportunity that we present to people. So if you feel so inclined and you've got a kid in your life or you're a teacher or whatever, we would love to have your support.
Yeah.
I love that, Danny.
And it's a great book. It's a great series. My kids loved the book that you sent us, the first book. And it's such a great message for all kids to read about. So I love it.
Truly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Danny, for being on this side
thank you, Danny.
of the podcast.
I know. And I've got like my Christmas gear on. I didn't even get to chat about my favorite Disney sweatshirt I'm wearing today.
What is it?
I bought this at Target, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 Christmases ago. And every time I wear it to the parks, everyone's like, where did you buy that? Where did you get that at the parks? I'm like, I got it at Target for like $19.99, like 4 years ago.
I love that.
Back in the day.
You want it for 100? No, I'm kidding. But it's just, we got matching ones. So my wife got the Minnie Mouse one. And then I think they had Pluto and I want to say Goofy as well. So I bought like, my kids don't fit them anymore, but we had like a full set and we wore them to the holidays, to the parks for the holidays
so
that year.
Cute.
You're going to have to keep them for your grandkids. Keep those sweatshirts.
I'm not ready to think about grandkids.
I know, but I keep everything. And I always think like, what am I going to want, later on? Trust me, you're going to want those.
That's true. I mean, I'm such like a sucker for emotional things. And
Yeah, me too.
You are 100% correct. It will sit in a tub in my garage for like 20 years.
Yes. And then there'll be extra vintage. You'll be like, these are extra vintage, from Target.
They're worth a lot.
Yeah.
Well, first, I'm going to look it up on eBay to see how much it's selling for. And then, because I could put that into my kids' college fund. Anyway, this has been fun. Thank you for having me here. It's been such a joy, getting to work with you guys on the show and produce season 2. And excited to continue to collaborate with all the fun stuff we're talking about.
Lots of fun
stuff.
Back channels right now. Yeah.
I love it.
Now, Danny, you get to do it with us. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Is that what's happening?
Yes.
What's happening.
Okay.
So,
I will show my face.
Okay.
I'll show my face.
No, right here. Like right here. We're going to do.
I thought you were talking about our little side project we're talking about.
Well, that too. I mean, hey.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right.
Okay.
So until then, we'll see you
real soon.
Oh no, that was
so bad.
Okay. Until then,
we'll see you
real soon.
Okay, that was a little better.
Did we get it?
Better.
I think we got it.
Well, the beauty of editing, we can make it all line up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And some jingle bells. Add some jingle bells in.
That first one was so pathetic.
It was so bad.
It was like we went into we were like a record that was like losing its power. It was like real soon. Anyway, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone.